We're live.
What is up, Nerd Nation? It's your boy Hunter here from FilmnerdTV, and tonight we are doing our Backlash predictions video. Backlash, I believe, is next Sunday.
It is this Sunday, my birthday, by the way.
All right, so we're not
Sweet.
here alone. As you guys can see, my brother Dylan has joined us, and we are joined by the predictions champion, not for long, I may add, Nico Suave Regoli.
Well, you had an opportunity with the greatest Royal Rumble to beat me. We tied. I therefore retain the belt. So lucky me. And I'm going to retain it again on Sunday as my special 23rd birthday present.
Nah. All right, so why don't you explain how our predictions videos work?
Okay, it's really simple. We basically just run through the WWE card. We give our predictions for every match, and then at once the event has happened, whoever has had the most correct predictions is declared the winner and therefore the champion. In the event of a tie, the champion retains. Who knows if we'll have a tie again, but
and of course, there is no punishments here. We just have the championship as the prize.
And I would have the belt with me if I did not want to bring it through airport security. so it's back home right now. And yeah, if whoever wins it, if one of you two win it, I'll send it to you in the mail.
Well, we have our own top belt. So.
Okay, so shall we begin?
Yes, we shall.
All right. First match, we're going to start with the pre-show. This match, I did not know about it until just 5 minutes ago, but looks like Bayley will be taking on one of Raw's new acquisitions, Ruby Riott.
Okay, so give your predictions first. I'll go with mine, and then Dylan will do his last.
Okay, so considering the match Ruby just had with Sasha Banks on Raw this week, she won. She won, and I think they're building Ruby Riott up to something bigger in terms of future Raw plans. So I think Ruby Riott will take this victory.
Okay, yeah, I also have Ruby winning. I didn't watch Raw this past week, so I don't know what happened with Sasha. But the fact that usually when Raw has a new acquisition, especially in the female division, they try to make them seem really top-notch. And what a way to feel real top-notch by beating a former Raw Women's Champion in Bayley. So yeah, I have Ruby Riott winning also. Dylan?
I have the same thing.
Yeah, he
For
has
the same
Ruby
reasons.
Riott. Why?
I didn't watch Raw, so I don't really know what happened.
Alright, there you go. Neither
I
one
at
of
least
us.
have some context. I at least have some context for my pick.
Oh, I
All right,
just
so continue what you were going to say.
Well, no, I was just saying, usually when a new acquisition comes in, Raw or SmackDown makes them feel like a big deal. So I feel like they're going to continue riding that wave of momentum.
Absolutely. Okay, so we all have Ruby Riott winning, so that one will kind of just be a wash for all three of us. So
Yeah.
we move on to the main card now, and first match in the lineup is a tag team match player, Braun Strowman. What?
I said, holla, holla.
We have the greatest Royal Rumble champion, Braun Strowman, teaming up with Bobby Lashley to take on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I want to hear your guys' predictions first.
Okay, Dylan, you start since you started last.
Lashley and Strowman will eat them.
Oh, I love that description. They'll just eat them.
Pretty much. Yeah, I have Lashley and Strowman as well. Strowman riding a higher momentum coming up for the Greatest Royal Rumble. And of course, Lashley making a huge return after Mania. What a way to make them, higher elevated than keep giving them wins.
And I have the same pick as well.
Strowman and Lashley will eat both of them at the same time.
I imagine they will have a hard time finishing Kevin Owens, so they will put his carcass in a freezer and thaw him out for winter.
I'm not finished with you.
Let me get these hands. And then he just takes a big hand and just chews it up. Oh, and I lost them. Where'd they go? Okay. They shut off their camera and microphone for whatever reason. So, okay. What do I do here? Do I just move on to the next pick? Oh, and you guys are you guys back? Fellas?
Hello.
Hey.
I had to go in there for a second, so.
You missed my get these hands, and then he just takes a hand and eats a joke. Okay,
Bro,
so
I'm not finished with you unless she's like, I have my headband. I'm all ready.
but yeah, and more so in terms of context, like I feel like they're putting Braun Strowman in the spot where Roman once was. Like it looks like they really want to push him more. Lashley, I think they also want to push him too, but it looks like they really want to push Braun Strowman to the moon.
As they should. Yep.
Okay, so far we all have the same picks for 2 matches in a row.
Now we're going to be different.
Yeah, I think this is where things will start to get a little interesting. So next match on the card is Daniel Bryan, who hopefully will be well enough to compete on Sunday, depending on whether or not the damage Roderick Strong did to his chest will keep him out of action.
Yeah.
And if he is able to compete, he will be taking on Big Cass.
Don't you mean Big Ass?
It should be Colin Cassidy. I thought they were dropping the Big Cass name so it wouldn't be associated with Enzo anymore, but apparently they still like the short name.
The Big Ass.
All right. Hunter, why don't you start this one?
Okay. Again, maybe this is just my bias coming in. But I'm going Daniel Bryan. I mean, if you look at from context, after Rollins in the Rumble went, won, so I think he went to the Final Four, they pushed him to the IC Championship. He showed that he could be a marathon man. With Daniel Bryan breaking Rey Mysterio's record at 1 hour 16 minutes in the Greatest Royal Rumble, I feel like they're going to try to push Bryan even more to the top. And this shows. And again, I don't think Cass is ready for the main event spot yet. He needs a bit more work. So I'm going Daniel Bryan.
Dylan?
I have the opposite opinion. I have Big Cass winning.
He likes that big ass.
Screw you,
what's your thought process in this pick?
Well, and my thought process for this is because I think with the WWE's doing like the big guys trample little guys gimmick again. So I think that's where we're going, but that's just my opinion.
For the time being, I also have Big Cass winning. I don't think, but I think they see something special about Big Cass, and they see like someone as popular as Daniel Bryan.
Man loves big sweaty man.
Anyway, thank you, King Ross.
King.
But yeah, like Daniel Bryan, he is the most popular guy in wrestling today, and fans love him. So what better way for a heel like Big Cass to get where the company sees him and possibly higher than by getting a win over this fan favorite superstar? So
I don't think it's happening because you remember what happened when Batista eliminated Bryan from the Rumble, or when Bryan got eliminated from the Rumble, everybody hated it, and they turned immediately to nuclear heat on Batista.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Batista and also Roman Reigns were being pushed as faces when that was the situation. In this case, they're pushing Big Cass as a heel. They want him to get hatred from the crowd. So Big Cass getting a win over Daniel Bryan, that gets him the heel heat that he needs to succeed in the business.
We shall see. I just don't see why WWE would let Daniel Bryan have that big milestone and not follow up with it. That's what I'm saying.
I think there's a big payoff coming at the pay-per-view after this one for Bryan, but I think they want to give Big Cass this win, and then once Daniel Bryan finally gets that hurt, so they want to prolong the story so that when Daniel Bryan gets the win over the big guy who picked on him, it means something a little more.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So,
next match.
All right. Next match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. It is the rematch. Champion Carmella takes on former champion Charlotte Flair.
All right, Nico, who do you have?
Good question. I feel like Carmella's got this one. I feel like she's going to use some sort of shady heel tactic when the ref's not looking to knock Charlotte out, get her down, and pick up the win using heel tactics. I didn't think my sentence is through enough, but yeah, basically Carmella wins by being a heel.
See, I have Carmella also, and mine's a little different, but mine's kind of going towards the heel tactic mentality. I see Carmella winning because the Iconics help her win.
That can also be a heel tactic. Getting outside help can also be a heel tactic. So you and I are kind of on the same page.
Yeah, I see like the Iconics coming out and maybe causing a distraction, or if the ref's knocked out or something, maybe them coming in attacking Charlotte and then Carmella picking up the bones. Dylan?
Well, I have Charlotte winning, only because I think that Charlotte has the skill, the momentum, and the fact that she was a former champion. I think that would be the factor that she would win.
So you're going with the Carmella just successfully cashed in on the John Cena of the women's division, so now it's time to give John Cena the belt back from Edge.
The John Cena of the women's division. I like that. I like that.
Okay, so 2 for Carmella, 1 for Charlotte.
Yep.
All right. Now it's time to go to the Red Brand Women's Championship over on Raw. Nia Jax defending against Alexa Bliss. WrestleMania rematch.
I'll start with this one. I've got Nia Jax retaining. I feel like she's a proper babyface now. The fans are cheering for her. She's riding a wave of momentum, and considering that they're still doing this bullying, body shaming story between Nia and Bliss, it'd be kind of distasteful for Bliss to just win after a huge moment at Mania. Dylan?
Well, I've got Alexa Bliss winning.
Of course you do.
Why?
Well, because I think Bliss will use the heel tactics, like you said, and I think she'll find a way to move past Nia Jax and just win.
Okay, so, I am going with Nia Jax to retain the title. Hunter is right. I mean, she's a proper babyface now. She's got a lot of momentum on her side, and I think the company wants to keep pushing her. As for where Alexa Bliss is going, I think what they teased on Raw this week. They had Mickie James take on Natalya. Alexa Bliss was in Mickie James's corner. Ronda Rousey was in Natalya's corner. So I think they're going to use Alexa Bliss and Mickie James to help get Ronda Rousey some more in-ring experience and eventually propel that. What's that?
They're going to use Bliss and James to feed to Ronda.
Pretty much. And also to help propel that eventual match between Ronda and Natalya whenever that happens. But that's basically what I think is going to happen. Nia Jax retains and Alexa Bliss moves on to whatever they've got planned for Ronda and Natalya.
Yeah.
All right. So, next match for the WWE United States Championship. I'm a little amazed that this isn't a multi-man match, but it is what it is. Jeff Hardy defending against Randy Orton.
All right, Dylan, why don't you start?
I have Jeff winning.
And why?
Because I think that Jeff, he's over with the crowd, and I think he would.
When has Vince ever cared about wrestlers being over with the crowd? Look at Reigns. Oh,
true. But I think that he would win against Orton.
See, I'm the complete opposite. I'm going with Randy Orton. I hate to say it, but if you look at the recent track record, they love giving Orton championships. There has been a little more edge to the Orton, maybe a potential heel turn with this, going forward, and just the fact that WWE, for some reason, likes to give Orton a lot of championships, and I feel like this is not going to change.
Okay, so if I look at all the predictions I've given so far, I've had 2 champions retaining already. I'm afraid to say Jeff will retain because I feel like they've got to give us at least one title change in this entire card. I'm just wondering, is this the one?
Oh, shoot.
Like, both of you present good points. Like, Dylan is right to say Jeff is over with the crowd.
Yeah, he is.
On the other hand, Hunter, you are also right to say that this could be another potential Randy Orton heel turn. I'm gonna go with. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hardy.
Okay. All right, so
I have 3 champions retaining so far.
I've got 2 champions retaining and 1 changing hands.
And how many does Dylan have?
He has Bliss winning the championship, Charlotte winning the championship, and Jeff retaining. All championships change hands tonight.
Okay.
Except he's over.
All right, moving on. I think we missed a match. Did we talk about? Yeah, I think we talked. I think we forgot Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe.
Yeah, we did.
I'm sorry about that.
Big dog.
Hey, my bad. My eyeballs missed it. On the list.
Ooh, ah.
All right. So I guess I'll start this one. So from what I saw this week on TV, it looks like they really want to put Samoa Joe in the WWE title picture on SmackDown, regardless of what happens between AJ and Shinsuke. So, in order for that to happen, I think he's going to need some momentum. And Roman Reigns, they seem to be letting him eat some losses to some very credible people. So I think Samoa Joe takes this.
Okay, I'll go next. I hate doing this. I really do, because I do not like Reigns, but
he's okay. He's okay.
He's lost enough. You know, Vince is just doing this so the fans will get sympathy for him. It's not working. So I have Reigns winning just because I feel like he needs to get his wins back. Joe is on a separate show, so they can always set him up to be a proper monster on SmackDown by having him take out, main eventer, and then you set up a potential match for the WWE Championship down the road. This one really doesn't matter in terms of long-term booking, but I feel like since Reigns is on Raw, that they're looking to get him back in maybe the Intercontinental Championship picture, maybe the World Championship picture. So I have Reigns winning, even though I hate it so much.
I have Joe winning because what happened on Raw, he said that he's going to put down the big dog for good.
Oh, ah!
Oh, God, you're so cheesy. And that's coming from me, the king of cheese.
And I really think that Joe will stand by his word and beat Roman Reigns.
Okay, so we have 2 for Joe, 1 for Roman.
Yep. Why do I gotta be the one going for Roman? Damn it!
And you said you think Roman will likely be back in the Intercontinental picture at some point. So speaking of the Intercontinental Championship, we have Miz's.
Nice segue. I like it.
We have Miz getting one last shot at reclaiming the gold he lost at WrestleMania in a match with the current champion Seth Rollins.
Okay, I got Rollins retaining, and pretty much it's just basic booking. They're not going to have 2 main championships on the card on the same show. Since Rollins is on Raw, Miz is on SmackDown, Rollins is going to retain because we already know one of the SmackDown superstars is going to win the U.S. belt. And because Rollins has been so over with the crowd that right now I feel like he's at his peak of a babyface level that Rollins has to retain. Dylan?
Yeah, I have Rollins winning also because, it's basically the same thing he said. And, well, he's right. A show can have...
I love hearing that. I love hearing that I'm right.
And the brand cannot have 2 separate titles on the show.
It can, but they're not going to.
Yeah, it would be way too confusing. And I think that Miz could also win the U.S. title on SmackDown. So.
You see, I want to say Rollins for the same reason you guys are saying it, but the thing is, Michael Cole keeps bringing up Miz tying Chris Jericho's record for most Intercontinental Championship reigns. So that little detail keeps sticking into my head, no matter how logical it would be to keep the title on Seth Rollins and keep it on Raw, so no one single brand has all the titles.
Yeah.
So do I go with logic or do I go with, hey, we keep putting this little nugget in your head. Let's see if anything actually comes out of it.
They also keep saying, "Here comes the big dog."
Fair point.
It hasn't got over yet.
Fair point. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna vote for logic over subliminal messaging, and I'm gonna pick Seth Rollins.
Messaging.
Okay. Now, but before we get to the final pick, before we get to the final match that's been booked, I want to ask you guys: do you think we're going to get a last-minute match booked between Baron Corbin and Titus O'Neil? Because because they did a segment on Raw in which Baron. What?
I said maybe in a slip and slide match, but come on.
No, you see, on Raw, they were doing this angle where Titus was screwing with Baron Corbin's mind, because Baron Corbin was harassing him over, oh, you're such a clown for slipping.
You will lose. You will forget the slide.
Subliminal messages.
Forget I asked. I can't even get a word in. I can't even hear myself talk anymore. All right. Okay, we're just going to move on to the main event that's been booked, and that is no DQ match for the WWE Championship. AJ Styles defending against Shinsuke Nakamura.
All right, Dill.
I'll start. I have Nakamura winning because it's a no DQ match, and I think the heel turn, he'll get more angrier and more fire into him.
Nakamura becomes the Hulk.
The angrier he gets, the stronger he gets.
The stronger his knees get.
I'm just envisioning Shinsuke turning green, growing to massive size, and then ripping someone's testicles right off their body.
Hulk smash your balls.
Better yet, you remember when Ruffalo's Hulk smashed Loki into the ground back and forth? I'm imagining that, but instead of like holding someone by the cape, Shinsuke is holding someone by their nuts and just smashing their face into the floor.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but I think Nakamura would win. Let's go on to Hunter then.
Oh my God, I can't breathe now. All right, I think I'm the only one who's gonna say it, but I have AJ retaining. Only because, well, one, I want this theory to happen where Nakamura goes for a low blow and AJ's wearing that cup and he just sells the arm into a Styles Clash. That'd be really funny. Nakamura, his heel turn is great, but I feel like it needs just a bit more for people to really turn against him. And just the rapid nut blows aren't doing it. even though it would be funny to see Nakamura just like low blow AJ like 50 times. Like, I speak no English.
What? English.
What?
So you basically just have him doing like dumbbell curl nut shots for the entire match.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be tremendous.
Entertaining.
So I can't believe I'm having all 5 belts being retained, but I'm gonna pick AJ also. Like I see that steel cup spot happening, as do you. And again, with my logic for the Samoa Joe Roman Reigns match, like I feel like they're pushing Joe to be the next top heel on SmackDown and to challenge for the WWE Championship. So you're gonna need a face to go against him, and you're gonna need a face to go against him, and AJ Styles has to be that face. So AJ retains and then goes on to face Samoa Joe at the next pay-per-view.
The battle, it's 2 TNA vets wrestling for WWE in a WWE ring for a WWE title.
I'm sorry, I was talking to my mom. She's going to get food.
Well, I was saying what's cool is if AJ versus Joe happens, it would be 2 TNA originals fighting for a WWE championship.
I know, and that is something we probably thought we would never see in our lifetimes.
All right, so there's our predictions. All right, Dylan,
let's run through them all one more time for everyone to hear.
Nico, you go first. I'll go second. Dylan goes last.
Okay, so in order, I have Ruby Riott, Strowman and Lashley, Big Cass, Samoa Joe, Carmella, Nia Jax, Jeff Hardy, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles.
All right. In order, I have Ruby Riott, Lashley Strowman, Daniel Bryan, the Big Dog, Roman Reigns, Carmella, Nia Jax, Randy Orton, Seth Rollins, and AJ Styles. Dylan?
In order, I have Ruby Riott, Lashley Strowman, Big Cass,
Big Ass,
Samoa Joe, Charlotte, Bliss, Jeff Hardy, Rollins, and Shinsuke Nakamura.
So I love how some of ours are the same, but we got like a really great mix.
Indeed, indeed. So it should be really interesting to see who the Film Nerd TV prediction championship goes home with. Does it go to one of the Chambless brothers, or does it stay on the shoulder it belongs with?
Nah. It's going to one of us, and it's going to be me.
In your dreams, it's going to be me.
Sure. But, all right, Nico, do you want to plug anything before we head out?
Sure. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Nico Suave Regoli. And, be on the lookout for some stuff coming up with Timothy T.M. Smith and the TV Trivia Throwdown. There are some big announcements coming up on the 12th that you all should have a good one, Dylan. There's some big announcements coming up on the 12th that you all should be aware of. And also you can find me on this coming Tuesday's Take 3 Schmodown Reaction. I've been waiting for months to get on there, and I finally got booked. And I can't wait.
Congrats, brother. And if you guys enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe to Film Nerd TV, check me out on Instagram, on Stardust, and on Patreon at Film Nerd TV. Thanks, guys. I'm Hunter. I'm a film nerd. That's Nico. He's a wrestling nerd, and we'll see you guys soon. Peace.
And by the way, happy birthday to me again on Sunday. Yay.
And you're still going to lose.
Nope.